Hi there, welcome. Oh my god, it's been what 2 months I recorded last. It feels like 2 years. I miss recording. Welcome to another Cincy series. Yay, it's good to be back. Happy New Year. Welcome to the year 2022. Happy New Month. Welcome to the month of February. It's been a lot went down last year for me, and that's why I haven't recorded in 2 months. Towards the end of last year, that's why I haven't recorded in 2 months. But we're back. I'm back. Okay, so welcome to another episode on the Cincy series, right? So this Cincy series, in case you're just like joining or subscribing, this Cincy series majorly is about me just taking you through how I go to Cincinnati, and just things that I know that might help people that want to probably do their masters or apply for an F1 visa or apply for a visa, and just things like that generally, and things I do in Cincinnati, right? We'll still do What Does the Law Say? Reaction videos as I see major topics I think you people can relate with or that you need to know about. I will share on that. But so for today, we're going to talk about sponsor, right? When you want to come for your masters, or when you want to go for your masters in any country, or particularly the US, they will ask you who your sponsor is, or ask you for your financial sponsor, and they expect that that sponsor has some things. And that's why I want to share this. You just don't pick your sponsor just because of relationship, or just because you think, oh well, this person is close to me and things like that. There's some things you want to look out for. And I want to just talk about who can be your sponsor, and things you need to put in place to ensure that it's credible. You don't get denied based on that. So firstly, you can either be sponsored by yourself. Sponsorship can be by yourself. Sponsorship can be by your family or by your relative, and sponsorship can be by your employer. You have people that say that they're going for work leave or study leave, and then maybe their employer is the one that's sponsoring them. So let's address the first one. First is self-sponsorship. You want to sponsor yourself. If you want to do this, you obviously have to have money, particularly when it comes to the US. You can't just say you want to sponsor yourself because you think you saved some few millions of naira and then think you just go ahead and sponsor yourself. By the time you convert that million of naira into dollars, sometimes it's just below 5,000, sometimes below 10,000. And most of these schools, they want to see your living expense and your tuition when you're applying. They want to say that you can pay for everything. Some of them run as much as 20,000, some of them run as much as 50,000. So how do you show that you can actually take care of yourself if you come here, right? So self-sponsorship is something that people do, but you have to have enough money for it. You have to have enough money. You need to be able to calculate in dollars and not necessarily in naira. So I remember somebody sharing with me and said that she said she was going to be her sponsor, and maybe she had about like 6 million naira in her account. By the time obviously you convert 6 million naira into dollars, it is maybe about $10,000, or maybe about $10,000 to $12,000 if I'm not mistaken. And that might not cover your estimated living expense. That might not cover, your tuition. That might not cover some things that they expect that it should cover. However, note that this is if you do not have a scholarship. If you have funds, you don't have a scholarship, you are good to go. You don't need to show a sponsor again, except if your scholarship is partial or things like that. But if you have a scholarship, you generally should not need to show a sponsor, if it's a full scholarship, don't forget. So self-sponsorship, you have to make sure that you have enough money, right? Convert your money into dollars. See what your living expense is. If your living expense is 20,000, your tuition fee is 20,000, it means that you want to show 40,000 or you want to show $50,000. You don't want to show something less than that. If you show something less than that, then they won't give you the visa because they think that, how are you going to cope? How are you going to survive? So show something worth it if you're going to be a self-sponsor. And this applies to people that maybe have been working or are very established and have the money. But if you feel like you don't really have the money, I don't think you should go for self-sponsorship as an option. Just move to the second stage. The second stage or the second option is family or relative. So family or relative is also, one of the ways that people show financial support or financial sponsorship. So they will ask you that, okay, who can sponsor you for this trip, or who can sponsor you, for this master's program, whatever program you're going for. And you want to say your family or relative. That can be your mother, your brother, your father, your uncle, your cousin. It can be anybody that is related in your family. However, you want to take note of some things if you are going to use your family or your relative as your sponsor. First is you want to ask, what is their financial status? It's not just enough that this person is your mother and it would be nice for you to use your mother, or this person is your father and it would be nice for you to use your father, what is their financial status? I mean, how much do they have in their bank account? If they're supposed to bring their bank statements, can they cover for all your living expense? You know, do they have enough money to show for it? Second thing you want to look for is, what do they do? You know, what's their line of job? What's their line of profession? You know, what kind of job do they do? What position do they fill? If they're doing business, what kind of business is it? Is it business that brings in enough profit? Is it business that can help you through that program? And these are things you want to question and you want to look at. You can't just say that, oh, you know, my mother, and then you get to the embassy and they say, okay, what does your mother do? And you say, I don't know, something up to something that doesn't bring as much money. I don't want to, you know, make any profession or any means of work, of living, any, you know, make it sound less than it should be. I'm just saying that you want to use something that would help support your cause, help support your claim that you are going to come back after your master's program. You don't want to go there and say that, oh, this person is selling baby chicken or owns a poultry, and they ask you that, how many chickens do you have? You say 2. Do you understand? You say you have only 2 chicken in your poultry. If you have only 2 chicken in your poultry, how much is chicken? 4,500 naira. How much is chicken? It can't. Do you understand? It can't support you. That's what I'm saying. So make sure that their job, their position, their financial status is in good condition, that will be able to support your cause or help you, you know, when you're claiming that, yes, this is how much you have and this person has sponsored you through your program. Those are the things you want to look at. You also want to look at the value, or you also want to look at the length of time that person has been working. You know, has this person been working here for a very long time? Did this person just get the job? You know, where exactly is this person working at? You know, things like that. Position, the length of time that person has been working and what that person has done. I remember going to, I think it was during my F1 visa interview, that I saw this guy, you know, went ahead of me, and then, you know, the visa officer was asking him about, also, who's going to be your sponsor, and he said his family friend. And then the visa officer said, also, your family friend is willing to give you $50,000 just like that. And then the guy goes on to say, oh, he has bank statements, he has affidavits. He didn't give him. The reason why I think he didn't give him is because, like, maybe firstly because of ties. This family friend of yours, I mean, the question he asked him, he said, so your family friend is just going to give you 50,000 just like that? Like, there's no, what value are you bringing to this, your family friend? What's the incentive? You know, what's the tie between both of you? Do they just have that kind of money and they just want to throw it away? You know, it doesn't really sound true. It sounds like there's something you're not, you know, clearly stating. So I would advise that you should just use like a closer family relative, maybe an uncle, a father, a cousin, a brother, somebody closer to you than just a family friend, you know. So you want to check on that. You want to be sure that your family or that your relative has all this in place, has good financial standing, has a job, has a good position, and, you know, has been there for a period of time, and, you know, you can show that that person would be able to sponsor you or support you through your program. The last is employer sponsorship. Just like I said before, that some people say they're going on a study leave. I mean, there have been cases where companies, organizations send people outside the country to get a degree, get a program, get a certification, and that organization will sponsor it. However, when it comes to an employee sponsorship, you want to ask, or you want to find out, that what value have you brought to this organization? What value have you brought to this company that they'll be willing to sponsor you for that program? And I remember it happening to my friend, and that was the question they asked him, that, you know, what value, you know, do you bring? How long have you been there? How long have you worked with them? How long have you been at this organization that they'll be willing to give you this amount of money? So you want to look at those things. Don't just jump at it and just say, oh, this person sounds like if I use them, it will be good, it will be useful, it will be nice. You have to strategically position, you know, the person and say, okay, yes, if I want to use this person as my sponsor, how pleasing would it sound in the ears? How related can it be? I mean, is it going to increase my chances? Is it going to lower my chances? Don't, because of sentiment or because of you think it will sound good to use this person. Another thing I would like to note is that if you've already put on your DS-160 application that this person is going to be your sponsor, or on your application for your visa interview, if you've already put on your application that this person is going to be your sponsor, don't now say another person when you get to the interview. That's something that people have done, and it has cost them, you know, visa denial, because when you're filling the visa application, you say this person is your sponsor. When you appear at the interview, you see another person. There's nobody you're fooling. They can see that. They know that you said something different. So hey, don't slow down on your role. If you haven't gotten scholarship or haven't gotten like funding, if if you have a good sponsor, whether you want to sponsor yourself or you have a family relative that's willing to sponsor you, or you have an employer that's willing to sponsor you, just do it. Just make sure that you have all these things in place, make sure that you put it in check, and then just go for it. And I wish you all the best in your application. I hope this helps somebody about sponsorship, or what to do. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. Hopefully I will do some reaction videos and what does the law say video after, or very soon. But in the meantime, enjoy. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.